A neighborhood off Gardeer Lane is being evacuated after a man set fire to his own home. The East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office says the man fired multiple shots inside his house on General Taylor Avenue before setting fire to the home. The fire started when the suspect threw some sort of projectile outside into the carport. The fire is now under control. A 20-year-old man has become the latest casualty in the capital city's record-breaking homicide rate. News 2's Earl Phelps tells us about this violence that isn't slowing down, not even for the holiday weekend. The duo in the pickup are tied to road rage shootings in Jennings, 100 miles west of Baton Rouge. As the pursuer announced, its experimental COVID-19 pill can reduce risks of hospitalization and death by nearly 90%. Good evening. Another homicide adding to an already very violent year that isn't over yet. All right, thanks, Matt. Who knew there could be so much drama in sports? But beautiful weather today with the sun finally. Good evening. We begin tonight with the memorial services for Master Trooper Adam Gobert, who was shot and killed in the line of duty last Saturday. Rent a Hitman, your point-and-click solution. Got issues? Click here. And your name, your birthday, your basic information, how you'd like to be contacted, and then, of course, the most important part, your target's information. Guys, when we started this process, we had more than 30 locations selected for this possible bridge. Last time we checked, that was whittled down to 17, but now that number's gone back up to 20. For Sylvia, as Dr. Josh mentioned, we are having a bit of a break in the rain, and that is good news for people here in Ascension Parish. Hopefully in this video you see that there are many ditches, many culverts that were almost overtopping because of the amount of rain we got just today. Rouge coach has been trying to keep kids on the court and off the streets for nearly 30 years. But despite numerous success stories, his own son was murdered and the case remains unsolved. Now Coach Murray Tate wants parents to learn from his story. It's Thursday evening practice for Showtime basketball.
Throw you the ball, go to the goal and shoot. You understand?
Yeah. But Coach Murray Tate is here to do more than run a basketball team.
The younger I think I get them, the more they can be held accountable for whatever actions that are going on. Don't make me get your daddy out here now.
Going on 30 years of coaching, Tate has seen some successes, including having Showtime's own Javonte Smart play in the NBA. But his real triumph, he says, is keeping his players off the streets.
The goal of Showtime is to make the kids that I coach a productive citizen. And so they can be held accountable for not just themselves, but their other teammates as well.
With the overwhelming temptation of the gang lifestyle calling to many Baton Rouge kids, Tate hopes his players can find that sense of belonging with the team.
Everybody wants to be involved in something. Via it's a gang or whatever. Okay, well this is your gang right here, Showtime. That's your gang. You watch out for one another. If you need help with homework or you got a problem going on within your household or yourself, you know, you talk to you, that's your family.
But despite doing everything he can to keep his kids from turning to a life of crime, he couldn't have prevented what happened to his own son and player, Jamison.
Jamison started here at 3. And it'll be 4 years. His death, August 23rd.
Jamison was shot to death while helping his friend move. His murder is still unsolved.
Sometimes, you know, for whatever reason, you may be in the wrong place at the wrong time, if you will. And maybe somebody may see you and have an old grudge against you.
Since then, Tate has made it clear to his players' parents that both they and their kids can talk to him about anything, and vice versa.
What you have for lunch today? Noodles. Noodles? Just talk to them. Have an open line of communication with your child. They may not want to talk to you about it. Make them talk. They're your kid.
And no matter what's happening at home, there's always a home for them at Showtime.
Showtime! All right.
For more information on Showtime basketball, you can go to our website, WBRZ.com. And if you have any information on the murder of Jamison Tate, please call BRPD.
Video you have got to see.
The shop owner says he was shocked when the seemingly innocent-looking young woman pulled a weapon over a single wig.
Hey, don't move. Don't move.
A Baton Rouge beauty shop owner confronting a woman he watched steal a wig on his extensive security system. Realizing she damaged one of them while stuffing it in her bag, he asks her to pay or he'll get the cops involved.
She flipped. She pointed the gun at me, shot at the ceiling, and then pointed it right at me, and that's when I ducked and I just took off. Then she went back to the counter, hopped on the counter, took 2 more wigs, dropped back, and my employee was back here and literally standing right here, and she stood in front of the register and she asked for, to give her all the bundles.
Those bundles worth up to $120 a piece, and he wasn't going to let her get away with more merchandise.
Back there, I heard her say that I took a shot on the ground to scare her off, and it did exactly that.
The thief scared away, and the employees left shaken as well.
I thought she was going to pull the trigger and hit me in the back any time now.
Luckily, no one injured. The wigs, high quality and expensive. Each cost around $500.
They're human hair wigs, and the length that she took, it wasn't a really short length. It was a, very long wig. She knew what she was doing.
Not only getting away with his property, but also leaving behind damage, like the bullet hole in the ceiling.
Last night, due to the heavy rain, it's a pretty big hole. It started leaking like a waterfall over here. It was tough to deal with.
Police say the suspect got away in a dark colored vehicle. If you have any information, call BRPD. Michael, Sylvia.